Yo, yo, yo. Hollow Knight. Woohoo. Yo, yo, yo. Fuck. Today, I guess I have a few things I could talk about. I could talk about a little bit of D&D I played. I could also talk about D&D that I'll be DMing. Kind of an interesting one as well, so I might talk about that. Talk about work yesterday. I could talk about lots of stuff, really. Hyperfixation. I have some stuff to talk about there. I think I'll start with work yesterday, I guess. Oh yeah, I was at work yesterday. Relatively short shift, just like 5 hours, compared to like usual 8 or 7. Sometimes more. Like I think in 2 days I'm going on a shift for 11 hours, which is gonna be horrible. I don't want to work more than 8 hours a day. I hate doing that, but it'll be fine. I took someone else's shift while also having a shift at the same day myself. So it's my own fault. They were just really needed someone to take the shift, and I was like, yeah, I could use the money. I'll do it. I don't have anything to do with that. I don't need to not work 11 hours a day. I just kind of don't wanna. I do actually need the money. Blah blah blah. So the bowling alley. I just quit the job today actually. I wrote a message to my boss. I'm like, yo, I quit, and he was like, all right, cool. Really just not at all a problem, which is funny because yesterday when I was at work I saw my boss and I like already mentally prepared for that day. I'd go around asking colleagues like, yo, how can I communicate with the boss? How can I explain like, yo, I gotta quit? Where do I type it? Who do I say it to? And then on that same day the boss just shows up to work. He's just there. I could just go up to him and ask him, and I don't know, man. I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not good with confronting people. Like conflict, I should say. Very confrontation avoiding, blah blah blah. So that I just really fucking tensed up. Like I just saw him there when I got into work. Like, ah, fuck. This is like the perfect opportunity to just go out, tell him like, yo, I want to quit. But how am I gonna do that? That's like, what if he says no? He can't do that. He can't really stop me. But he could be sad about it. I don't know. I don't want to hurt. I don't want to make him sad that I'm quitting. It probably won't be. I'm just a loser, random worker I hired like a few months ago. He doesn't care about me. We've barely talked. He's got loads of people who want to get the job anyway. Like the working, like a lot of jobs missing. Well, how's it calling this? Like there's not a lot of jobs right now in Rannes. So that's like as far as I know, since last I checked at least. So a lot of people could just take my role easily. It's not like he's gonna be mad that I'm quitting or anything like that. I just really could not bring myself to say it. I knew that I was gonna be talking to someone, preferably someone of less ranking, someone that actually, like, I don't know, man. I got the perfect opportunity to quit, and I just like, what the fuck, dude? That's fucked up by God's play. Like, why would he do that to me? He gave me the absolute perfect time. Even the boss, like, he wasn't talking to me. I was like struggling. Maybe I should like find a time where he's like just kind of standing around, not talking to anyone, and I can go up, like, start the conversation. But I didn't even need to. He just showed up to me at some point, like, yo, that other job you work at, what was up with that? And I was like, yo, I don't work there anymore. And he's like, oh, why is that? Perfect segue for me to just say, oh, because I'm moving soon. Also, I gotta quit from this job as well. But I did not say that. It would have been perfect to say, like the absolute perfect segue to what I wanted to talk about. God really just came down and gave me all the options I wanted. But I didn't say that. I just said, lots of reasons. I just avoided the question. What the fuck? It was the perfect out from all my stress, but it just didn't say. It's like, oh, okay. Like, he asked, I don't think he asked further to like prod the question. I guess he just thought I was pretty tense. Maybe he just thought I was really nervous about it. I don't know. I haven't been nervous around him at all so far, so maybe he just thought it was a bad day. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't even think about it. He just kind of left and talked to other people. I was like, fuck, man, I could have said it there. I didn't. And you're just there for the whole work day. I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to confront him. That would have been mildly awkward. Then a coworker of mine asked me about something. We're just talking, and I think they asked me like what my plans are for the next year. I was like, oh, I'm moving. And he's like, really? Where to? And I explain where I'm moving to, and he's like, then I say like, yeah, so actually I gotta quit this job, I guess, because I'm moving. I say I guess, but that's like very much planned, something I've known for a while. And they're like, oh, really? Huh? And I'm like, yeah, what do I say that to? Like, who do I say that to? Knowing damn well that I can just tell my boss, he's right there in eyesight, talk to someone else. And she's like, I don't know, if you want to type it, you can just go this email. And they show me the email that I used to when I got the job, like just the general management email. Like, I thought it was like for I don't know, booking hours or stuff like that. I don't know, not hours. If a customer wanted to book some time at the bowling alley, they write that mail, and apparently that's also the mail I write to my boss on. So anyway, he just told me that. I was like, cool. And like, yeah, that was it. Really no issue with that at all. I spent like a good half of that whole day stressing about having to tell people that I'm quitting, and then I finally do, and it really was not a problem at all. I remember even like the reason why we talked in the first place, me and that coworker, is because they went up like, oh, you're looking pretty tense. Like, are you okay? You're nervous? I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just thinking about the future. It was kind of funny. Like, I knew damn well that no issue would be to just. I'm jumbling my words now. That it wouldn't be a problem at all. I don't know. Just don't like talking to people about stuff that actually matters. But it's over now. It's done. I wrote a message. He was like, cool. And yeah, that's it, I guess. I'm pretty sure. Like, I just wrote him like, yo, I'm quitting by like the 30th, like August 30. And he's like, cool, sure. But I'm pretty sure that in my contract, I'm not allowed to say that date. It's like I have at least 3 more weeks that I'm required to be available for. But he just didn't bother mentioning that. Guess he didn't care. Good for me. He could have just said, no, how dare you? But no, I mean, of course he didn't. He's not an evil person. Like, he's gonna force me to come to work. I don't even have many ships as is. Why would he give me ships specifically just to piss me off? He wouldn't. But that's what I was thinking about for like the whole day of work. And that was over, and it was pretty easy. Ultimately, I think I should have ultimately a pretty good experience, I guess, that maybe I've learned to be more assertive or confrontational. Now that I know it really isn't that bad. I don't think I am. I think I've learned that lesson many times in my life, and it just never sticks. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna psychoanalyze myself. People can do that in the comments. Something more fun to talk about though. I am making a D&D campaign. It's a bit of a fun gimmick though, because there's only going to be 1 playable character, but 3 players, and they'll all be playing at different times. How does that work? Well, the main character, the only character, is going to have dissociative identity disorder, meaning they just have a split personality. There are like multiple people living in the same skull, and they all like each take turns playing the character. And I think that'll be kind of a funny gimmick. So say for the first session, I'm playing with one guy. He decides like, yeah, he just want to walk around and having a good time. He's gonna get a job. You know, he finds let's say just like a mining outpost, and like, yeah, I'll work here. I'll give me some coin, I guess. Then the next day, someone else is playing as the main character. He doesn't know that they have a job at all, and decides that, you know what, I'm just gonna go around claiming that I am the son of God. I'm gonna start a religion. And they'll just do that. Third character will run around and be like, yo, what the fuck? Why is these like miner dudes telling me that I have a job that I need to do? I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do that. And they go to the mining thing, and they kind of just fuck up. They don't really care about the job, so they just mess around. And the first guy shows up again, like, yo, I'm at my job at the mining alley, like, how's it going? People are a bit mad at me for some reason because I've apparently been working badly. What's going on? And then suddenly a cult following shows up and praises him for being God or something. I don't know. It really is like only up to the players themselves. Whatever happens, I really don't have much of a plot planning. I have things in the world that's gonna happen at specific times. It's gonna happen. Like for example, I have a plan that there's a war going on, kind of far in the way, and at some point just some recruiters, like fuck recruiters. Oh, I'm struggling saying that word. Will show up and just demand that people join the army. And that's like one thing will happen, and then they'll like lose the battle or something like that. I haven't thought it fully out. I'm just kind of making events that'll happen that the players can choose to engage with for whatever reason. It's also like the mining outpost will stumble into like a huge gold mine, making them all really rich, and that could entice some drama, I guess. Maybe one dude there is like an archaeologist. They stumble upon a tombstone of some kind of an ancient deity, and this like maybe there's like a lich in there. It's gonna do something. I don't know. I haven't really thought of much out. I like just started. The only concept really is the fact that they're split personality. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that. I'm not gonna make anything too extreme, like plot-wise, because I think the main plot will be like I don't need to have many mysteries and weird like lore and stuff that you can slowly unveil about the world and blah blah blah. Because the real mystery in this campaign is what the fuck the two other players did. We're 3 players who are sharing the same body. Each player will only play like a third of the time, so the main mystery is what they did yesterday. Like, what did the other players were doing? One of them levels up and decides, yeah, I'm gonna be multi-classing into fighter, sure. Just becomes a fighter. The other guy's like, what the fuck? Why am I suddenly buff? And maybe one dude just decides, like, yeah, I think I'll just kind of become a test subject for this like medical research. Like, yeah, sure, why not? And they like lose half their health, and maximum hit points just gone because there was a stupid fucking test research thing or a mistake. And they're like, oh well. And the next guy shows up and seeing like they have half health now. They don't know why. That's kind of funny. That's like kind of what I'm going for. I'm just gonna make a lot of extreme things that can happen. Like players can choose to just walk up to a psych ward, and you know that'll be like a psych ward. Maybe someone will call them insane because of the way they're acting or something. I'll have, and then stuff can happen there. Maybe they'll try to get treatment, which will like severely fuck them over. I'm also playing making a lot of options to indulge in self-harm for short-term gain. Like if you, for example, fucking take like a weird injection that makes your strength score double or something like that. That's very powerful, but in return you get like exhaustion for the next 3 days, which might be really funny because the player using that like needle, like this injection, will only see the benefit of it. They'll get double their strength, awesome, and the next day they'll be exhausted, sure, but they're not playing the game next day. Someone else will be doing that. The next guy will wake up seeing he's really exhausted, wondering why. And seeing a weird like syringe in his pocket, he doesn't really know what it does. He's probably not gonna use it until the end of the day and just kind of let the other guy deal with it. I don't know. I think there'll be some funny ideas. I'll just make sure to leave a lot of stuff to interact with, but otherwise keeping the world pretty sandboxy. Just kind of have a world and like different stuff that you could interact with, but the players will likely just figure out stuff on their own, kind of decide that they want to go on an adventure, or just do that. And yeah. That's requirement, just kind of make a world and some basic gimmicks, but otherwise I'm thinking it's going to be pretty fun. Just really just an experiment, not really a serious campaign or anything. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, like I have in other campaigns. I'm just kind of set up a simple world with some simple gimmicks and some characters. I'm not going to really say too much about it, there's nothing set in stone. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, probably. Something else is just kind of a thing I can do with people. If me and one dude is like in the apartment and kind of bored, need something to do, I can just whip up the old battle map and say, yo, we playing the session. You wake up, you are batfish fucking hungover, you don't know what's happened to you, you're just in an alleyway, you just woke up from a long night of sleep. There's rats around you, and also you have no loot. And then the guy playing can be like, holy shit, who the fuck played before me? Fuck this guy. They could, I thought about this, like they could just choose to communicate, like in a way, like if they write letters or stuff like that, they can just get a tattoo, for example, that just says, yo, I left like a treasure in this location. use it for this or that or something like that. Yo, I just took a huge loan, something like that. Oh, I should have to loan sharks. That's a good idea. That's like the perfect idea. Short-term gratification, long-term detriment, especially if the other players spend your gold that you loaned. Oh, that'd be great. I gotta make sure there's like a reason for them to get gold. They gotta be like a bit desperate. Like it's one person at least needs to experience poverty, so that they wanna get gold, and the other characters can the other players can just waste away the money. That'll be funny. So far, the plot I've thought about, like the world I've thought about, is kind of inspired by the first Law trilogy. Like one of the standalones after that, I think the third standalone. I don't like Red Country. I don't know. I forgot what it's called. Point is, it's kind of about two characters, and they not really about this city, but they go and like they enter this one city at like the far end of the world in a new country. Just like a mining city. People are going there to mine gold off the mountains. It's kind of a new thing going on. There's promised great riches and a way to get a new life and stuff like that. I'm kind of stealing that concept for my world, so it'll just be this city, kind of far away in the distant world where people are gathering to start a new life, make something of themselves, and maybe they fucked up in their past, maybe they've lost everything. They can go here and try again. Everyone's welcome, all races, all kinds. There'll be a lot of like diversity, all sorts of shenanigans happen there. And yeah, that's what should be like why my character can just kind of, or the character, I'm saying my character, the character, the mentally unstable character can just kind of fit in. Everyone's there. And if he's weird, well, everyone's a weirdo, it's fine. That also means that I can kind of work with whatever I want. I could put any character into the city, as long as they were willing to travel that long journey. Like, I could put a gang of druids there, I could put another necromancer guild, I could put anyone. The point of this place is that anyone just kind of can go here and make something of themselves, and they'll be like kind of outside the law, because there's like not really any rule here, like a very new country and stuff like that. So I'm having a lot of ideas about just kind of planting in different groups into this little city that are operating in different places. So like, I know it's gonna be like a mining colony. I'm thinking of making it so that it's like a mining colony close to some mountains, like a big mountain range, maybe filled with dragons or something like that. Because it is D&D. Oh my god, the water. Took 2 hits from the farm. Goddamn. There's a settlement really close to a mountain range, and in the mountain range just a bunch of gold or some other materials. Maybe some sort of coal or some sort of other magical resource. Coal if we're like going to like industrialization kind of thing. That's kind of what happened with like the book that I was mentioning. But I'm not gonna copy it too well. So probably just gold or other magical stuff. And here I think there's gonna be some dragonborn and kobolds who are pissed off at the mining stuff. So if my players want to go on a mining expedition, if they just want to get a job as a miner, I could always just make them get attacked by a bunch of kobolds, and they'll be like a little bit of a session, I guess. Interesting thing. The kobolds can have different sorts of magic, and they can interact with that magic. Maybe if the kobolds are like really good at making strange elixirs and brews and funny stuff like that, or maybe they're like, you know, kind of like some dragon stuff, and they can shoot fire. Maybe somehow you can like obtain the power of the dragon if you like, or like some sort of special artifact, or I don't know. Maybe the kobolds have some sort of magic that the players can obtain, which would be funny if like one player gets an artifact, like a magical trinket, that is really powerful and useful. Maybe the next player will wake up, see they have a strange trinket, but they won't know how to use it, which I think will be kind of funny. I just want the players to have as much stuff as possible, like as many things they can gain, because that is all those things that they can have or things they can lose as well. That's what I want. I want a character to be able to sell another player's precious item in order to like buy something stupid that they want or something. I don't know. I just gotta make sure there's a lot of stuff. So, city, I'm calling it Girth. Funny, like, shitty sounding city. The main politic of the city is that there is the old mayor, who's kind of dethroned in a way, as a new mayor showed up with the power of like the whole ass country. Like another country is seeing some interesting developments in the city and wanting, like, you know what, yeah, we want this city. The resources they're gathering are pretty good, we're taking it. And so this new mayor kind of took over the city with overwhelming force of like numbers, just actual soldiers and stuff like that. And people are not too happy about that, but also she's bringing, like this new mayor, is bringing a lot of wealth, and generally it's pretty poggers having a whole nation backing your city. You're getting more food, you're getting more, like, men and all sorts of stuff. But you are subject to taxation now and like different laws. That's what I'm thinking about at some point. A bunch of people are gonna come recruit people for their war, and maybe if not enough people join, they can maybe like do drafting, which I think could be an interesting dilemma for the player. That, like, imagine this: you're spending all your time at like trying to find out secrets of magic or something. You're studying something, whatever the character wants to do. Then next player takes over, gets drafted for war, and now you're just in a random ass war zone out of nowhere. Next person playing, what the fuck's happening? He's just in the war now? Maybe he just kind of deserts the war because he doesn't really know what's going on. He doesn't know he's been drafted. First person again, completely lost. No idea where they are, and it'll be kind of a funny gimmick. Just kind of shake things up. That's like one thing I'll do if they don't make chaos themselves. If like everything's just going fine, I might do something like that. Just draft them for war. That's like the main politics of the city. New mayor, got the backing of a major nation. Old mayor goes into hiding, becoming basically a crime lord because they refuse to give up their power. They still have a lot of power of people in the this like old mayor really did not want to be part of the old civilization, the other nation, because I don't know, they want to be that independent. They want to make the city something different, something not bound by the other nation's rules and stuff. I'm thinking the old mayor was some kind of slave before he got there. From that nation. There's gonna be like a rebel faction in there from the old nation that are gonna be like targeted, blah blah blah. Kind of some politics in there. Two sides. One offers stability, but restricting, but a bit of restrictions, like systematically and like taxes and stuff. The other one promises like freedom and diversity. Wants people to be anyone could, like, they want like less laws, just anyone can join. Make something of themselves, no questions asked, your past doesn't matter. Which could be more dangerous and perhaps not as profitable. I don't know. Then, stuff to do in the city. So far, I was kind of thinking about it. Like, I definitely have like a mining colony. Like, the easiest place to get a job, I think, would be to go to join the mines. That's kind of what the main shtick of that place is. So if the character wants to get a job, to earn money to like buy a house or whatever, likely they can go to the mines, and that's where I have stuff like that. They have the whole Dracona Mountains range. It'll be interesting. Cobalt attack if that's necessary. Otherwise, there's like other stuff. I'm thinking maybe on the mining trip, they'll stumble upon like an ancient tomb of some kind with like some liches inside. Maybe some magical artifact is there, like some really powerful magical artifact. Maybe some traps of skeletons, stuff like undead are happening. And then some interesting stuff could happen where one player just finds this ancient magical artifact. Next player shows up, just now has an ancient magic. Like, you know, it's stuff like that. It can be fun. Other stuff to do in the city. I'm thinking I'll want to make sure the player wants gold, and then I can entice them by promising gold in some different ways. Example is that I'm thinking about making a character who's like a mad scientist kind of guy who is willing to pay handsomely for anyone willing to indulge in some experiments. Like just a bit of an experiment, you know? I'll just stick this weird glowing liquid inside of you, and then we'll see what happens, and I'll give you 100 gold, no questions asked. That seems pretty good. If you want money, you can just get a shit ton of money for free almost. You don't really have to do anything. Just gotta drink this weird looking potion. It's probably fine. And then I'll, like, for a long time ago on a different campaign, I made like a list of magical, like double-edged sword kind of magical thing that really truly changes the character. It's kind of like an end game. I'm not gonna go too into it. I call them void blessings. They're meant to be like blessings from another world that were kind of like good and bad depending on how you looked at it. So like one, for example, kind of made you into a zombie in a way that like you could detach all your limbs at will and just reattach them as well. Like kind of that like sometimes you can still control them. I guess that's not really a zombie, but it's kind of how I envisioned it. I've seen some zombies in movies and shit, kind of like that. So that's what I'm thinking of. I gotta be careful here. Oh, I didn't get him. There we go. So, you know, you could get an experiment and then I'll roll a random number and you get a random buff slash debuff. The zombie thing where you like you can just like, detach your limbs and reattach them. And, like while you have detached, you can use them. It's kind of like a weird thing that really doesn't have many obvious like use cases. Like you just detach your limbs now. Maybe you can like put out like you can take your head off and hold it on your arms to get a better vantage point. Maybe just kind of like a bunch of creative stuff that you can technically do with it. Not much of like stat block of just ooh you get an ability to cast fireball for free or something like that. Which I think will be funny, especially if your character just wakes up realizing what the fuck, I can detach my limbs now? Why? That'll be kind of funny. There's other potential like blessings, I call them, that are worse, others that are better, some that are kind of, once again, a little bit of both. And I think it'll be funny. I'm definitely having that, and I'll give like a huge monetary incentive, like maybe 100 gold, 200 gold, maybe. To be part of this experiment will leave you like forever changed. But yeah, those are the main two things I thought about. Cult that makes like weird experiments, and mining operation that somehow stumbles upon an ancient necromancy tomb. Otherwise, I think players can kind of just figure out their own stuff, whatever they want to do. They're all pretty creative, interesting. I think they'll just kind of figure out something themselves, probably. It'll be interesting. I don't think I have to make too much. I just gotta make the basis of a world and some characters that are in it. And then I know how they'd react to certain stuff. You know, I have like the two mayors, one which is like backed by the government, has actual soldiers and stuff. The other is a crime lord. Who has like a heart of gold, really wants to make a positive change, but it's been forced into this like criminal element because, well, he refuses to obey the king, blah blah blah, something like that. There's some stuff there. If a character decides to become fucking crazy and just like decide, you know what, my character, like my personality in this like split personality thing is that I'm just batshit crazy and does random stuff all the time, and like really destructive. That might not actually lead, like, they could lead to prison. Like, we could just get captured in prison, but maybe the crime lord somehow like, hires him instead, and they're like, I could use this. You know what? You can be my my muscle or something. I think it'll be interesting. And I have some jobs at some different locations. You know, the city, of course, the Dragon Mountains, where there are active dragons, and you know, like kobolds and stuff. Mining outpost. I'm also gonna have like a weird swamp with like different spirits and magical like beasts and stuff, where maybe there's like different artifacts to get there. I just want a lot of artifacts and different stuff. You know, I want magical plants and stuff. If you eat this plant, you gain the ability of the haste spell, but it leaves you exhausted for 2 days or something like that. Otherwise, I don't think I have to make too much stuff in that place. Yeah, maybe I'm like ready right now. I should probably like figure out a bit more concrete lore about the world and stuff, and how the character became the weird state that they are now. But otherwise, I think I'm good. I could probably start today if I want. So let's recap, I guess. And then maybe also I can explain stuff that I have forgot to say. So, the character, whoever plays the first, will wake up, just immediately, like, basically spawn, and I'll explain to them how they look, what they have on them, and where they are. I'll say, you are a... Okay, also they chose this character as well, themselves. I chose each of them a different question about, they're like, which class are you? Cool, and I went to the next person, which race are you? Cool, and then I went to the next person, like, which level are you? And I kind of did that for a long time until I had every choice made for the character, so they've chosen to become a bugbear druid whose wisdom stat is +1, and wears, like, wields, like, a great club and, like, has really good at persuasion and stuff like that. I don't know, it's kind of a horrible build right now, level 1 though, so they can just kind of multi-class away from being a druid, which is kind of funny. Just ignore that path. Yeah, but they're like pretty good strength score, honestly. They could be a good fighter or barbarian. But no, they're druid. Anyway, I'll tell them, yo, you are a bugbear with wearing very fine clothing. You're looking pretty good. Not traditional like fine clothing from a medieval society, but fine clothing for a bugbear. You know this, but you don't know why you know this. It seems that you've forgotten anything about who you are. But you still know some like basic stuff like how to speak different languages and also how to walk and how to fight and how to make spells of some kind. You're a druid and you know this. You know different spells, but you don't know how you know them. In your purse you have 25 pieces of gold somewhere from somewhere, and you're wielding a great club. You're right now positioned in a weird shaggy looking, what's it called, like a shed. The air is very moist. You are in some kind of really wet environment at night. In front of you, you're like in this shack. There's like really beaten down shack, broken furniture everywhere, like all around, really dirty, overgrown as well. Like weird leaves are going in there. It's also really in one layer of wet, like leaks in there. It seems you're in some kind of swamp climate, and yeah, once again, it's wet and overgrown. In front of you, you hear a weird noise of laughing. Some like ethereal laughing with some kind of echo as if. And in front of you see a ghost or a spirit. Unsure really what it is. And it's like vaguely resembling a woman. Really old woman. And they're laughing. They're laughing some kind of weird rhythmic laugh. If they ask anything to that woman, like I just say, you know, you can go. And if they ask someone anything, they'll be like, oh, you can't ask me anymore. You've already got your wish. And they'll learn, like, oh shit, apparently the character has made a wish of some kind to this weird eldritch spirit ghost thingy. And the spirit kind of refuses to say anything to them. Because they've apparently already gotten what they wanted. And you can't get more than one thing, I guess. She will not answer anything, all of that. Just kind of laugh and point out this, like, if they break this, the place or they attack her, they can break just fine. Nothing will happen. It's just kind of ransack that, like, shed. If they attack her, they'll just phase through. She's intangible. And really, she's just kind of an ominous thing that they... What the fuck did I just do? That was so bad. Okay. Pay attention. Gustav. So what's going on? Thank you. Anyway, so that's kind of like we'll quickly realize that you can't really do much to them. Maybe, like, they'll talk a bit about, no, I'm kind of thinking, what do they talk about, be willing to say? I'm kind of thinking they won't be willing to say anything, because the lore is that their character has made a wish to this, like, being, which is, like, an ancient spirit. And this ancient spirit, like, just grants wishes for people. But at a weird cost. In this case, a person like just wished for something, but in return, became like fucking psychotic and gained 3 additional personalities. And that's like the lore of why they're different personalities. They'll then walk out of this shack and see a whole bunch of fucking corpses, goblin corpses, bugbears, and like I don't know, like weird. What's the better goblin called? High goblin, hobgoblin, and they'll have no idea who they are. they'll just see a bunch of goblins dead, and they all themselves a bugbear. Maybe they can guess at what happened, which is that they'd all died somehow in an attack. There's also like a weird, kind of like a spiderish thing, like weird gigantic spider, like multiple that are also dead, which are apparently guarding this facility. Nothing will happen here though. They're just gonna, they're fine. We'll be in a swamp. They kind of wander. I'll tell them like, I guess maybe I should figure out from this point like, where can they go? If they just decide to walk a random direction, it might not be fun. Maybe I'll like just mention a few things they can see on the horizon. Also, I don't think giant spiders. That's kind of what I thought initially, but maybe I shouldn't use giant spiders. Maybe we can choose something more plot relevant, like city relevant. So maybe they're like seeing a bunch of kobolds or strange dragon-like creatures to kind of tie it into the other plot line of you know, dragon people in the mountains and stuff like that. So we already kind of have a connection to them. Maybe the character guesses that these goblins, dead goblins, are their previous like life's friends or something like that, or like soldiers, and the kobolds killed them, and then maybe they'll get like a hatred for kobolds. Another personality might not have seen this, and they just kind of not care about kobolds, don't know they should hate them or anything like that. Could be an interesting dilemma, like interesting concept to show some kind of like some form of conflict between goblins and some other race that's relevant, which only one character will see. The other characters like just won't know this is happening and just kind of do whatever. I don't know. I don't know if you can follow me. I'm kind of thinking a bit ahead of myself. Maybe not giant spider then. Maybe a different tribe of people. I thought about adding this in the anyway, like some sort of frog people or like beastmen in a swamp, so that like it has the Dracona Mountains, of course, but I also kind of wanted a different area. It's like a forest or a swamp in this case. Maybe just be a forest instead of a swamp. So we'd have like a forest and a bunch of goblins lie dead besides the shack, and strange beastmen are lying as well, dead completely. I'll give them some basic loot here as well if they want, like weapons if they can just like get that. They already kind of have a weapon though. There's like not really much they can use here anyway, but they can remember that there's a bunch of weapons here. This one character can remember that at least. Oh, I also add like one really Chad-looking beastman, or one really Chad-looking goblin of some kind of other bugbear, because I'm thinking about, you know, I mentioned this like ancient tomb of some kind in the mountains that the profiteers are finding. They might like one's mining gold. I'm kind of thinking this ancient artifact will be some sort of revival tool, some sort of like zombie maker wand that can allow you to like transform any corpse into a mindless zombie that follows your every order. Because then a character can just kind of find this one, think, ooh, what's the best candidate of this wand? You know, maybe I'll find maybe there's like a big grave somewhere where there's like, I don't know, the hero of ages here, an old hero of this town who did something really impressive, and was just a powerful dude. If they gather him up with the wand, that'd be pretty cool. Or they can go find those like, find this like I don't know, ask some questions to the dead goblins where they spawn, you know. Depending on who gets the wand, of course. Anyway, that's kind of sidetracked. Yeah, definitely. What? Oh my god, my nail are fucking up. Stagger, please, dude. Wanna heal? Oh god. Alright. Some sort of. Okay, I think I'll just kind of simplify everything again. Maybe they are in some sort of ancient temple instead of a swamp, and that's where the character made that weird wish. Outside the temple were a bunch of kobolds who were apparently defending this temple, and the main character, before the dissociative identity disorder, fought down all these different kobolds and all these different dragon folk and all that, along with their allies, like goblin allies. Sadly, they were the only one who survived. Something like that, right? And it's like kobold. It's more centralized than this. Like the city, There's the mountain range. In the mountain range, there are kobolds and miners and stuff like that. Very simple. Then I don't really have anything else that you can engage with, which is a bit problematic maybe. But maybe it's good to have just one place to focus on, which will be the city, the main city, where they can do whatever they want. And then I also have kind of the mountains as one side thing. I'm also thinking maybe there'll be a few other minor locations, but maybe they're not necessary. Definitely thinking, if they go to the mountains, I want them to find an ancient tomb of some kind. That sounds awesome. There's also like the shadow cult, and then there's also residing in the mountains, by the way, where they're making these weird experiments and conversing with otherworldly beings and blah blah blah. They're also in the mountains, only if they go through that quest of like weird experiments and stuff like that. I could have a forest as well, where maybe there's like an old hag there who is willing to make, like, kind of grant a wish as well, but for like a price, a more manageable price, not a curse. I want them to be cursed as well. I want some curses. That's why I kind of want like a swamp, and there's like a wish granter. Maybe there's more wish granters. So I'll do that. Actually, yeah, I like that. Another form of wish granter. A forest where there is like 3 hags, maybe. There's 3 of them. I'll just say that. And maybe they've already asked one hag for a weird wish. And then they can ask the second hag for a wish, or I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. I need to sit down and like write stuff down and kind of confirm whatever I want. Kind of difficult planning while playing gaming, like playing all night. I'm not really sure if any of my ideas were good, but it's cool enough. I'll keep practicing, because why not? You wake up to the sound of laughter, a weird ethereal laughter. You don't really sure why or who or where you're not really sure of anything really. You look down and see that you are a bugbear, a tall, strong bugbear wearing fine clothing, very fine clothing. Not fine in traditional sense like medieval nobility, but fine like bugbear sense. Like you are high-ranking goblin society of some kind, or at least you're wearing the outfit of one. You on your items, like you see that you have a great club, just holding it in your hand. It's a bit bloodied actually, and you see that you have a pouch of gold, wherein there's 25 gold pieces. Not really sure if that's a lot or that's not very a lot in this world. You just know that you have gold. Other than that, you just look at your surroundings and you can see that you are in some kind of strange, like ancient tomb almost, like a temple. It looks very holy. There's like different like imagery on the walls of some kind of no, wait, you're supposed to be in a forest. You're in some kind of strange temple in the woods, like really overgrown forest, like a temple with like weird imagery on the walls, a bunch of cracks. It's an ancient temple. It's almost a bit ruined. And you can continue to hear this like weird laughter, and you see in front of you the source of the laughter is a strange like banshee or like some sort of spirit and an ancient ghost of some kind who is just laughing at you. That's like the only thing you hear. You can hear a mild breeze from outside, but like the temple is not very big. But yeah, nothing goes. What do? You just hear this like random ghost lady laughing at you. You don't know. You know nothing. And then like maybe ask the ghost lady and be like, ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. I will not tell you anything. Blah, blah, blah. I refuse to answer your questions. I've already answered one. I've already granted your wish. One cannot have more. Or like, oh, you're a greedy one, aren't you? But no, only one wish per person. Or like, yeah, something like that. And then if they continue to ask the questions, like, just kind of play off the really like weird, ethereal, insane person. I want the banshee or like the weird mystical wish granting spirit to be really fucking weird, just clearly insane. I don't want them to look at this person and think, yeah, I can get straight answers from this guy. I want them to ask like, yo, where am I? And like, ooh, you're in the temple of me, my temple, and like, oh, who are you? I am me. I am the me, and like just say some random shit. It seems kind of weird, but it's like the only source of information they have right now. So it's like I don't want them to be completely cut off from that. You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, oh, they don't answer anything. It might be a bit annoying. So answer in a weird, strange way, and if they like somehow ask her to do something, they'll like say that, oh, you've already asked me. Well, for one thing, how greedy if you ask one more, you know? You can only ask for one. Although I guess you don't know. I kind of made sure of that. Some kind of thing. Some honest stuff that kind of hints at it. I think I've got a good idea of like what their personality and like goals are. It's like just a spirit, that insane spirit. They just enjoy granting people like wishes, but at the cost of like random shit. Like, for example, in this case, the bugbear asked for something, and in return they were cursed with dissociative identity disorder, just having 3 other people kind of like control their body. In the canon, in the lore, I'm thinking that the power of your curse is like completely tied to the power of your wish. Like if you wish for something huge, then you'll have like a huge downside. So, you know, I think dissociative, in this case, it was a pretty huge wish. I'm not completely confident on what the wish was. I'm thinking it has something to do with like saving the goblin people. Maybe they were like being attacked or like hunted ruthlessly, and you asked for the power to save your people, and maybe that's why they're a druid, you know? Could be. They just become a druid in order to save their people, but also lose any memory of their people, and become 3 different people who are just kind of weird. I'm thinking that's gonna be a kind of funny shtick. Yeah. So we'll ask her. She'll be weird about it and just kind of answer vaguely, and sometimes just not answer, and repeat herself multiple times. If they answer like multiple different things, they might just say the same answer, and if they don't think the answer is like good enough, womp. They'll have to find some different source of answers. They'll walk out of the crib and just see a whole fucking bunch of corpses, goblins, hobgoblins, bugbears as well. One bugbear looking especially powerful, wearing a golden set of armor and a humongous fucking warhammer. Whoever this is seems to have been really powerful, but they're dead now. Beside them lay maybe like 50, maybe like 70, a humongous amount of kobolds, much more than any of the goblins. Just piles of corpses. Somehow they're all dead, except for you, who are alive and confused. What do you want to do? If you look around, you can see that you're like in the top of a hill, like on top of a temple in a forest. There's like a gigantic, you know, like the almost pyramid-like temples. You're on top of one of those, like the kind of like a bunch of sticks stand like a bunch of rocks like put on top of each other in a cone form. Pretty standard temple in the woods, and you can see outwards. You can see a few different things. You can see you're in a huge amount, like a huge forest. Around you, there's like a bunch of weird stuff. You can see vague, giant shapes of Wait, no, are you supposed to be in a forest? Or are you supposed to be in a fuck? I should write this down. No, you're in a forest next to the mountain range. For some reason, kobolds were defending the thing. Why would they do that? I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't be. Okay, I'm dying. Hold on. Oh, I almost took damage there. Okay. We're good. Don't want to lose this guy. He's too easy to heal in. Maybe they went on a journey alone and not as a group of goblins. Then I don't have to deal with the many corpses. I just like the concept of there being a lot of corpses. I don't know why. I just think it's ominous. and raises some questions that only one character gets to like ask, because they'll probably leave that area. I think pretty easily they'll be able to find the city. I want them to step out and just see, not far away, there is some kind of settlement with a bunch of houses and lights, and it's despite being night, it's pretty like somewhat busy as well. And then they can also see like a huge mountain range, and they can like see gigantic dragon figures as well up there. And maybe if I decide on another place other than the forest, the city, and the mountain range, I'll mention that last thing here as well. But likely it'll go to the city, because that's where you can like interact with people. The more I think about it, the less I like the idea of spawning in the woods, like just kind of out of nowhere. And like I like the idea of talking to this weird like creature, like this like spirit who is only really answering like explaining somehow that your character made a weird wish. But maybe that's not really necessary. It's kind of hard to start the campaign from a random woods. You don't really have anyone to interact with, anyone to like do anything with. Just get in the woods. They can then level 1. Maybe they just decide not to go to the city and they'll just be lost in the woods. No, maybe I'll do something different. Maybe I'll have like, maybe they'll just be really close to the city, just out, just barely outside it, and they are holding a strange goblet, an empty goblet. You see like some vague like purple liquid, like very few drops of it, and you have a strange, incredibly bitter taste in your mouth. This way they don't talk to a strange demon thing. They just somehow drank an elixir that made them insane, I guess. Why would they do that? Unsure. Maybe I need to think about this more. Yeah, that's bad. There we go. If you have any ideas of, maybe just, I'll figure out the lore. That's not even the fun part of the thing, but if you have an idea of like funny artifacts you can give to these characters, ones that are like really double-edged swords, maybe have like a strange power, but only if you use it in a specific way, or something that's like a double-edged sword in the way that, okay, you have half HP when you hold this thing, but if you say the words like abracadabra, you can fucking, I don't know, gain temporary hit points equal to the damage dealt or something like that for 1 minute. Something that was like a pretty good deal maybe. I think the way I just said it doesn't really sound that balanced, or good. But something that only like one player will really understand how to use. The other characters can't only see the downside of. I think that would be kind of funny. You have some fun ideas of stuff you can give insane, like this multiple personality character, then tell in the comments, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of gotten used to the idea of multiple people watching these and like actually listening. I always think like, oh yeah, I understand it. I saw this and recommended, I'd watch it as well. Just kind of go into the video, skip all the way forward, see which boss they died to, and maybe write a comment as well. But people watch the whole video. That's pretty impressive. Trying to be really careful with Markov this time. I have had some bad experiences recently where I'm just kind of being too greedy, going for attacks that I really shouldn't, and just being cocky really. Oh, now I'll be dodging. Now we're in the real fight. Double shield, dangerous. Bro, he's following me. What the fuck? Oh, he's in a... Holy shit, that's a bad spot. Below the platform even. Not just on the platform, but... Oh. don't see it. I don't see the things. Oh shit. Oh, the spot. It's alright. It's alright. It's fine. I can use this. Oh, concentration. I'm kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't add that much to the world. I want to add some funny artifacts that they can fuck around with, have a lot of fun with, like curses as well that they can take. But really, I think they'll make their own fun. I think they'll be able to do that. I kind of see it. The first few sessions, maybe I'll just keep it at like pretty standard, not show them any ancient artifacts or curses, unless they like want to. I'll keep the things that I have planned so far, like the mining expedition leading to an ancient tomb. Maybe only the second time, depending on the vibes. And if they just want to earn some money to do something else, I'll just let them work there for a day. Nothing happening, but they can use the money or whatever. And then maybe, like, if someone decides that they want a lot of money, they can ask the researcher, like this mad scientist studying the other worlds, and he's willing to do experiments. Okay, I'm at a bad spot. I don't like this. So close. Fuck off. Could have been it. If I hit him there, could probably like shade this or that. No, what's it called? Eldritch Blast? Shade Blast. Oh my god, I keep forgetting the name of just a normal blast. Not even called blast, I'm pretty sure. Jesus Christ, he's in a bad spot. Makes me want to go. Yeah! Oh, he's mad. He's falling. Aw, man. Holy fuck, dude. He is so annoying. I'll try this. Yeah, okay, good. I figured that might kill him. Hey, we have a lifeblood heart. Holy shit. Let's hopefully not die to Zote. Another Zote choke. I couldn't handle it, man. I don't want to practice Zote. Just let me win. I love Zote. I think he is really well designed, like, for like what he is. Like, he is annoying, like dangerous, erratic, almost random seeming, fucking almost a child. You want to keep it at arm's length. You're like a wild animal. I think that matches his like personality and like everything really well. Oh my god, look at that. This dumbest stick that does damage. But god, just because I like how it's been implemented, doesn't mean I like playing against it. Like, look at that. It's kind of funny. You're just looking at straight up defies physics to fuck you over. Just kind of trolling fight. This is a troll fight, yeah. Like that, you know. Ah, it's great. But yeah. You want to be as close to them as possible, because if you go too far away, the waves just become a lot wider and more dangerous. But if you're too close to him, he just makes any erratic movement and you die. You gotta stay like barely close enough to hit him, without so close that you can't dodge him, like react to his stuff. Oh, that didn't even attack. Kill one of those things. Kill that. Yeah, better than double damage. Huge. Okay. Yeet. Take the invincibility, thank you. I wouldn't use that for... whatever. Oh, he's dead? That wasn't hard at all. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Okay, now we can Grim. No, what? Oh yeah, true. This fight first. I forgot. Okay. Play smart. Holy shit, there's a lot of rubble there. Cool. Oops. Uh-oh. Good. Ooh. Ah, fuck. Rubble. I've not... 2 rubble? You're kidding me? Okay, focus. Can't heal now to full because he's being... Oh, I can't dream now. Cool. I thought he would be too high up. Okay, Hammer King Grim. Oh god, don't choke this fight. It's been a while since I practiced, but I have practiced a lot. I have beaten him Radiant a few times in a row. 2 times in a row. Beaten him Radiant a few times though. Okay. Don't die immediately, at least. My nose is itchy. What the fuck? Be good. Cool. Don't like the corner. I love the heartbeat noise. I'm not using my soul much in this fight. I'm only waiting for like this specific move or the ball move to use it. Yeah, well, now I don't have it. Just shriek. What? Oh, I don't think I fucked it. Oh, I fucked it up somehow. I thought it was good. One hit from death. Oh, I could have used that soul to heal. Uh-oh. Okay, dash from that move. Don't risk anything. Let's go! Yeah! Alright. New PB. Oh, shit. I'm one hit. Holy shit. Lifeblood? I got to heal here? I thought I'd go straight to pure... Oh. Okay, actually, I did know this. I just forgot. Okay, hold on. I gotta calm down a bit. Okay. Hell yeah. Alright, progress. Second last boss. Okay. Sick. Oh, stretching. Alright, wish me luck. I don't know what do you say? Even long departed, we feel the afterglow of the god power that sat this throne. It lays heavy upon this kingdom. Yeah, okay, I don't care. I know this, I remember. You can pause if you can. Oh. Okay. One of my favorite fights. I practice a lot. Let's see if I forgot that all. Oh shit. Eee. Oh, what? Oh, I fucked that up so bad. Okay. Be chill, be chill. You know this fight. You know this fight. Come on. Ooh. Oh, that was bad. Bad reaction. Whoa, okay, I'm just fucking up. I'm really choking. Whoa. Cool. Okay. Again. Okay, there's no reason for me to get hit by that sword attack. I've been fucking up. Also, there's no reason to get hit by that. I can just dash through him. Oh, I think there's some nerves, man. Damn. Here too, thank you. too much damage this fight. I could have had all full health probably. They could have healed there. Probably would have been better. I'll heal. Oh! Almost dashed away. Just you don't dash away there. It's like instinct, but it shouldn't be. Oh, I didn't see what he was doing. I thought he was doing this there, yeah. Tried to dash in the last second. No! Ah, shit. Yeah, okay. Huge, new PB. I'm kind of disappointed. I lost to Pure Vessel. I think I was just really, for some reason my body just kind of completely relaxed after I'd beaten Nightmare King Grim. I was like, alright, you're done now. You beat the challenge. You're good. Just calm down, no more fighting, and then I was still not done, you know. I had like 2 more bosses to go, but I just couldn't. My mind just went completely. My heart stopped racing. I was just completely numb. Which sounds fun to say, but no, it's true. That's how I felt. I think next time I reach Pure Vessel, I should win. You even saw here, I got pretty far. I took damage on stupid moves like the ground pound, like dash up, and like. Twice now I got damaged by his parry, which really you shouldn't. I didn't have my Shadow Dash there, which is really the only way I take damage to that, if I somehow hit him while he's parrying, and then I also didn't have my dash. One time I dashed away, and I took damage, which was just stupid. I just fucked up there. And once the focus as well, oh, you're not supposed to take damage from that either, it's easy to dodge. Yeah, so we'll likely see progress soon as well. Next up is Pure Vessel, and then Radiance. Cool. Good run. Great run.